Well, thanks for visiting us this morning at KTALnews.com. I'm meteorologist Josh Marces, and this is your Thursday morning forecast update. This is the day we've been talking about all week where we would see some heavy rain, and sure enough, the rain's starting to pick up here over the last hour or so, and not going to see too many breaks today. The rain will come through in several different waves here, so it is kind of a washout scenario for many of us, and temperatures likely in the 50s for most of the day, so it is going to be a cool rain here, and we may eventually wind up in the low 60s a little later this afternoon. But you can see round one of the rain is passing through this morning, and I think this will time out and the rain will be ongoing for the morning commute for many of us here. And there's actually going to be a better push of rain coming in kind of late this morning and through the afternoon. We'll get to that on Futurecast, but your temperatures to start out low 50s, so the clouds that built in overnight kind of kept us on the mild side overnight compared to the last few mornings, which have started out in the 20s and 30s. But with the clouds and rain, it's not a big warm-up today. Most of us will be in the 50s with that, again, brief warm-up into the low 60s a little later this afternoon. So the main trigger for the rain later today, we have this area of low pressure, those tightly packed lines you see there. That's the jet stream, and we just have these little disturbances that are coming off this area of low pressure, which will trigger those rounds of rainfall today. And then the low will actually move in kind of late this afternoon, this evening, and that's what's really going to push some of the rising motion in the atmosphere here that will give us a few thunderstorms today. Don't expect that we'll see any stronger type storms until much later in the afternoon or early evening, maybe even after sunset tonight. But if we do manage to see any strong storms get going in the ArkLaTex, hail is going to be the main issue for us. And there's actually a considerable tornado threat down here towards Houston and College Station, and could see that tornado threat as far north as Lufkin, but that's where that warm front's going to stall out today. So we'll be on the cool side of that front, which will likely limit any issues as far as tornadoes, but we sure do have that potential to see a few hailstones with some of the stronger storms today. So taking a look at your Robins today to Futurecast, you can see the first round of rain passing through this morning, and you can see that next push that's coming in this afternoon. I think the heaviest rain today is probably going to be on a line from maybe Shreveport down to Natchitoches and back towards center Texas. So these areas that have been really drought stricken should be able to soak up most of that rainfall today without seeing too many issues, but likely will be some high water on some of the roads. I think everybody knows those trouble spots in their neighborhood that take on high water and heavy rain, and we'll definitely see that today. And it would be these storms kind of late this afternoon, this evening, that would bring with them the main potential for severe weather, but the stronger storms likely to stay down along the coastline here. We will dry out tonight, but notice the front will stall out south of us tomorrow, so we could actually see some rain, mainly in Texas and Louisiana, Friday afternoon, Friday evening as well. Right now we're not expecting any severe weather, but just given what we're seeing on Futurecast here, I wouldn't rule out maybe some hail with a few of the storms perhaps on Friday as well. So taking a look at the rainfall totals, I think Futurecast has a pretty good handle on this. It is showing about 1 to 2 inches of rain for most of us, but there will be some pockets here I-20 and southward where we maybe come in closer to 3 inches of rain today. And the rain will again kind of fizzle out tonight, so it will be dry most of the day Friday with the exception of that late day push of rain through Texas and Louisiana. Dry for the weekend. Weekend's looking great with highs in the mid to upper 60s. And taking a look into next week, we'll start out the week dry, but we may have some rain to end it, but your temperature is likely to stay in the 60s for much of next week as well.